Make yourself relax while playing the game by selecting the best idle RPG games for mobile, because this game genre is the only game that will give the player the freedom to do many real-life activities at the same time while playing the game. These games have a great graphic actually, so you will love to play it for a longer time. Please help this video get 200 likes, thanks! Top 10 Best Idle RPG Games 2024 for Android iOS mobile. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. SOWERIA Idle RPG. SOWERIA Idle RPG. Finally, my favorite games developer who's consistently making the best idle RPG game finally launched his new release game RPG, which SOWERIA Idle RPG. This AFK game has a great character animations with an anime art style hero. We can pick different heroes which male and female. Both of them have a sword as their main weapon. The combat battle is we don't need to learn a new skill, in fact it will automatically unlock a new skill when we reach a certain level. To make it easier, we can tap the auto summon boss monster to face them and move into the next stages. I love that we can rotate the camera freely, so I can see how detailed the world map is. Most of the monsters are quite easy to kill. In fact, we will get the high rate of gacha to earn a new weapon and equipment. Get your new appearance by collecting a new costume that will be sweet with your character's looks. The best new idle games action RPG AFK games for Android iOS with a high graphic. EOS Idle Warrior. EOS Idle Warrior. I really love this idle RPG game concept. It seems this game has a high graphic visual and not made in anime art style anymore. The combat mechanism is really good. The main character has some action in basic attack. The skill can be unleashed automatically. We can learn a new skill by leveling up the characters in a certain level. It will unlock automatically. Get your gear ready by doing some synthesis actions by combining many kinds of unused gear. The more you put your gear as the material, that will create a higher chance of upgrading the equipment, but also you can build up the gear by upgrading it. When we are in combat, we need to reach 100% to be able to summon the boss monster. Seriously, they are really tough and we will get a rare piece of equipment afterwards. The best way to increase your hero's power is by increasing the attributes point that will cost some gold. The higher the level will need a higher gold. Best new idle RPG games for Android iOS. Dark Warrior Idle. Dark Warrior Idle, another new idle Android game made by Mobirix that I need to put on this list. Try his game now on early access beta, so probably it will launch globally in 2024. If you would like to play a soul-like game but in casual and idle game mode, then this game would be the best for you. Exactly, the game's ambience is quite darker and all of the monsters seems quite weird. The first time I play it, it feels like the game's developer need to focus on the tutorial on giving the player information on how to make the characters good. In fact, we only get a slightly tutorial. We can easily raise the power combat by collecting more mercenaries and pets. These all things will increase our power multiple times. Best game RPG idle games for Android iOS. SClass Heroine. SClass Heroine. This is one of the best idle RPG games that has a very simple gameplay. The whole combat battle is the main character will always move forward and the enemy will come over continuously. We cannot move the hero at all, we are only able to build up the strength by in-game gold. Pick your attributes point that you are focusing on like attack, defense, critical rate or damage. Actually, SClass Heroine has a short prologue storyline and we cannot change the main hero. We will play as a young female magician with a long range attack and most of the skill has an area of effect damage. Get your new skill by leveling up a specific level hero. Dungeons will be unlocked as well after we clear up the new chapter. If you are lucky enough to get the best grade of Relic. Best new idle RPG games for Android iOS. Arcane Heroes Warbone. Arcane Heroes Warbone. This is a new turn-based strategy game idle RPG, so it's up to you to play the game automatically or not. But when you do an idle mode, then every turn of our hero will determine randomly, like the skill or the basic attack. we cannot target the enemy at all. I really love the graphic of this game. It looks pretty like a medieval visual with a western character design. We can create the best line-up team to increase the team's combat power, but I highly recommend to increase the hero's power by upgrading the star, training the EXP to level up, and ascensions system. But of course, abilities and equipment are available to upgrade as well. At the beginning, we will select the main hero of the warrior, magician, and assassin. Create your best lineup and place them in the right positions before you start to conquer the monster. Best high graphic idle RPG turn-based games for Android iOS. Dark Slayer AFK RPG. Dark Slayer AFK RPG. Seriously, this game is just 268 MB. With that small size, we already have a high graphic idle RPG games for mobile. Anyway, I love this game concept. We directly get 3 main heroes on our side: a samurai sword girl, gunner with a gun weapon, and a magician with an orb. So we can upgrade each of the heroes through equipment or weapon, armor, and relics. Get those equipment by gacha. The first time we play it, we will get a lot of free diamonds. Seriously, the developer is really royal on giving us tons of free diamonds to use. There are so many dungeons we can enter that will give a different kinds of material need to upgrade the status hero. You can get 3 different buffs to awaken your hidden power, like increasing the attack and attack speed. The skill showcase and the graphic is the best game idle RPG on mobile for low-end phones is Dark Slayer AFK RPG. Legend of Wizard. Legend of Wizard Idle RPG. Yes, finally we have a new game idle with a different visual at all. It has 3D graphic and I really love how the skill showcase is. It's truly realistic with a different types of elements like fire, lightning or thunder, and freeze of ice. The main character has a unique weapon which is a fan weapon, so we can deal the enemy in a distance, and this weapon is not a close combat. Seriously, the arena stages are quite wide, so we can move our characters by using the movement pads to make a space and unleash an area of effect skill. At the beginning, we will get free buff to increase the power in percentage. You can get it afterwards by watching the ads then. Remember to improve the hero's strength by combining the weapons and hunting, and the awakening will be unlocked then. Because this is a new idle game, it still has a less features. It needs more time for the developers to update the new features, but the graphics are the best as the idle game that you must try. Gods of Myth. Gods of Myth Idle RPG. This has released globally but only in a certain regions, and also the language options is really limited like Indonesia and Chinese. But if you notice, some of the icons already explained in English, so I'm pretty sure it will be released globally soon. The gameplay is we need to come into the dungeons to clear the stages. All of the heroes will recharge the energy every time they hit the enemy, and when it's recharged fully, then the hero will automatically cast the skill. If you think you are good enough and ready, then tap the boss icons to summon the boss and face him. We can place each hero on the formation that we love, but we really need to understand the hero's advantage power to put in front line or back line. Best auto games gacha base with idle gameplay for Android iOS. Soul Art Teleport. Soul Art Teleport. Seriously, most developers should be learning by this game. Seriously, it's not a pay-to-win game idle RPG. I can easily get 4 different heroes of SSR grade, which is the highest tier of level on mobile, so we can easily push the team's rank points significantly. This game is really fair. We will face the enemy randomly with the quiet same rank, so the combat battle would become way more competitive when we reach a higher rank though. The gameplay is really easy to learn. In fact, we can tap the auto button and let the hero unleash the skill when it's ready. But before you do it, make sure you upgrade the hero's level first. Every features can be reached through the portal. The portal will send us into a different places of trading items, getting some materials, and also even into an adventure and combat mode. Best no pay-to-win RPG idle gacha games for Android iOS. Red SF Idle Game. Red SF Idle Game. This idle RPG game is really good at killing your time, because when we just started the game, we don't even need to do anything. We can manage everything once, then let the game play by itself. It's truly great idle RPG games. The game size is just less than 1 GB. We can totally enjoy the game because we will have a companion who will fight side by side with us. Upgrading him to become higher level and stronger power is the best way to complete your team. Always try to summon some relic and equipment on gacha, but also acquiring some new skills is one of the most important aspects as well. We cannot move the view perspective, we are only able to see the full character from behind, but able to zoom out and zoom in a different angle. Best idle RPG games, small size for mobile. Bonus, Sweet Home. Bonus, Sweet Home, Fragment of Desire. When I first play this game, I feel like watching the manga. I love how the visual looks like. We will play as a young man that should survive from the zombie invasion. The number of zombies is totally massive. Lucky we are able to move the characters into the best area to lock the target, but the zombie will come randomly from a different point left and right. The basic attack can pierce the enemy at all in a huge range. This game is just a new idle RPG game. Honestly, not many players really notice it. That's why I put this game on the bonus list, Best Idle RPG Games for Android iOS.